Kayla, and welcome to the first week of training for the Cleveland Half Marathon. Today is Sunday, February 23rd, so I have roughly 12 weeks to get back into it, get ready for the half marathon. This block I want to try to run at least 4 times per week, maybe even get up to 5 times per week, and I want to incorporate a speed run every single week as well to try and kind of build up my speed. Last year when I was training for the half marathon, I filmed pretty much every single run that I did. I don't think I'm going to do that this year. I want to try to capture everything within this first week, but then I might have some gaps in between. Assuming everything goes well with this half marathon, I do have a lot of really big running plans for the rest of 2025 as well. I would really love to run my first ever full marathon in the fall. That would be just incredible. With that, I'm going to get changed into my running gear and head out for the first run of this training block. Woo.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
The lake is so ice covered right now. It's crazy. Really cool though. All right, I'm back. First run of the 2025 training season is complete. I'll pull up my stats here. So, oh man, it's warm in here. Today I ran 3 miles in about 31 minutes and my pace was 10:25. So I definitely took it easy. That's what I needed to do and getting back into it. I did step in not 1, not 2, but 3 giant slush puddles. Some of them despite being warned about them by other people walking past. Today is technically day 3 of half marathon training. I did not work out at all yesterday because I went home after work to have dinner with my family and did not have time. I'm trying to stick to having 1 rest day per week, so that's going to count as my rest day. Today, what I'm going to be doing is a speed run. Last year, I had set a goal for myself of running the half marathon in less than 2 hours, and I did beat that goal by I think a mere 8 seconds, so that was awesome. Honestly, if I could just do that again, I would be super happy. The speed workout that I found to do today is called the Shifter. So it is a Nike Run Club sponsored speed run. It's 25 minutes and it's basically an interval training approach. Yeah, I'm not totally good with knowing how to pace myself and what my pace is for different types of races, but I'm just gonna kind of do what I can with it and have some fun. Recovery period. Oh, thank goodness. 30 seconds to go until the final push. I'm all done. I unfortunately way overshot the halfway point. So by the time we were in like the last 2 intervals, I was like all the way out away from my starting point. And then on top of that, I forgot to hit the play button after the coaching stopped. And so I kept running and I thought the clock was going, and then I stopped to check my music and realized the clock was not still going. So all that effort wasn't captured, but oh well, that's not the point. The point is that I did it and I think it went well. It was fun. It was good. I'm going to stretch and then make dinner because I'm pretty hungry. It's like 6:30. For dinner tonight, I'm going to be using this favorite Trader Joe's couscous that kind of has a mix of couscous with other grains. And then I'm going to be thawing some shrimp to cook over the stovetop with tomatoes, probably some garlic, bell pepper, things like that to put all together. I'm hungry, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. Good morning. It's Wednesday and I wanted to get my workout in before work today because after work I'm going to be going to see a movie with my mom. We're going to go see I'm Still Here at a local theater. It's one of the movies that's nominated for Oscar Best Picture this year. We're trying to watch all of the Best Picture nominees, and then we're going to have a little mini Oscar party just for the two of us where we'll have different appetizers, dishes, desserts related to the different films. So I have most of the recipe ideas picked out for that. I want to get through seeing all the movies before that happens this Sunday. I'm going to be pretty busy after work, which is why I wanted to get my yoga with Adriene in earlier. But now that that's done, I'm going to make some coffee, some yogurt, and read for a little bit before work.
Projecting power and authority.
Hey, Mom. Like glass. One of our favorites. I just got home from work. It's around 5 p.m. I'm trying to decide if I want to run today or switch it up because it's raining. But then I did yoga yesterday and I have to run further on Saturday. So if I push my run to tomorrow, it would be back to back to back running. So I think I'm gonna run in the rain. I think that's the move. I'm dressed, putting on my raincoat. I'm just going 3 miles. I'm gonna take it easy, not worried about running fast at all or trying to push myself. So hopefully it should be a pretty enjoyable run. Oh, text. I think that's Pittsburgh Marathon. I keep getting text messages from the Pittsburgh Marathon Company trying to get me to sign up for the Pittsburgh half, which I did last year. I need to unsubscribe from those because there's no way I'm running 2 marathons in May. Pretty much always wear a hat when I run. I really need to find a replacement hat because I've washed this one, but it's still just really gross at this point. But I do find it is helpful, especially when it's rainy, to keep the rain out of your eyes and your face. So I like wearing it when it's rainy, I like wearing it when it's sunny, when it's snowy. Honestly, sometimes when it's none of the above, I still wear it. That's my tip. I do also want to say the movie that I saw last night with my mom, which is nominated for Academy Award Oscars Best Picture, absolutely incredible. So moving. It was about a true, real life story of an incredibly strong woman. Yeah, no notes. To see it with my mom was extra special. It's only in limited theaters right now, but I would highly recommend checking it out at some point. One of the best movies I've seen in a long, long time. Okay, I'm gonna go for my run now. Bye. The lake is melting. I know Austin's excited because that means the gulls are back. There's quite a few. Gulls and ducks. They're fighting over the fish. Aww. I'm done with the 3 miles. I don't know if you can hear me with the airplane. I really didn't feel like running today. I'd had a long, tough day, but I set myself the goal of 3 miles and I didn't try to push it to run fast or finish in a certain time frame. When I got up to the lake, the ice was melting. There were a bunch of seagulls, ducks, other types of birds hanging out on the water, eating fish. And so I just kept my timer going, my app going, walked out on the rocks, took a lot of pictures and videos of the birds. Yeah, no, I feel so much better. There's no reason to run fast every time. Oh, only sometimes. And for the other runs, honestly, just do whatever you want. So I'm glad I got back. It's storming like crazy out there right now. Look at the hail. Oof, yikes.
That's actually so terrifying. I did not know it was supposed to storm that bad today. I'm really glad that I made it back before all of this started. Jeez, did you see the hail?
It's finally Friday, end of a long week, which is very exciting. I signed up for a hot yoga class. The only time that worked for me today was the hot powerful flow, which honestly I typically avoid signing up for the powerful flows because they're pretty tough, but it's the time that worked, so I'm gonna have to handle it, and it's gonna be great, right? I made sure I filled up my water bottle completely for this class. I have my towel, which I'm sure I will need. After I go to my yoga class today, I'm going to actually stop by the grocery store to pick up a bunch of food and items for the Oscar party. I'll tell you what all we're making. I'm gonna have to tell my mom not to watch the video when I post it on Sunday because I want it to be a surprise for her. And then I'll also tell you my ranking of the Best Picture movies because I finished The Brutalist last night, which was my last one. I have a lot of thoughts. This isn't that kind of video. I'm not going to go into all my thoughts, but I do want to put my list out there just because why not? We made it back. I'll show you a little bit of what I got for the party while I'm putting it away. I'm doing some baking. I'm baking some challah. Cucumbers, because for Wicked, I'm going to be making a cucumber and watermelon salad because pink goes well with green. I've got some beets and some red cabbage because I'm making a Russian borscht in honor of Anora. So that's going to be a fun thing to try to make for the first time. I've got shrimp for the substance. If you've watched it, you know. Least favorite part of that movie, but it was pretty iconic. Got some brie because for what's it called? For Amelia Perez, I'm doing black bean tacos that are kind of like a French fusion or French take on the taco. Because if you've heard any of the discourse around Amelia Perez, you would get it. Oranges for Nickel Boys. Man, I have too much butter. And then the last main dish that I'm making is for I'm Still Here, which, again, I saw this week, loved. It's done in Brazil, so I'm making a Brazilian dessert called brigadeiros. And then for Dune, I'm gonna just fill up a pitcher of water. My mom is taking care of Conclave and A Complete Unknown, so she's gonna surprise me with those. I'll let you know if you ask me in the comments. Brigadeiros, and it's really interesting how this worked when I added condensed milk and got it up to high heat. The Reddit post that I was reading said you know it's done when it becomes more viscous and doesn't kind of melt to cover the full bottom of the pan, which you can definitely see has happened. Bread's done rising. So pretty. Wow. It's Saturday, and as you've seen, I've been super busy trying to knock out a bunch of the things that I'm making for the 2025 Oscars party. I say party loosely because it's literally just my mom and I. I'm at a pretty good place for that. I have the borscht cooling. I'm gonna put that in the fridge overnight. I have my challah cooling. and the Brigadeiros are in the fridge. So I feel really good about where I'm at on that. Yeah, sorry if you were here for a half marathon video and you're like, what is this girl doing cooking all of these random recipes for the Oscars? But I don't know. I like to just include what I like to include. Back to running. So it's my long run day. I'm going to run 5 miles. It's very cold again. I think it's like 24 degrees. It snowed this morning, but that's good. I don't like to get overheated, so I think it's gonna be just fine. I'm done. I finished my run and straight away I heated up some of the borscht and the challah because I'm starving. First I wanted to share my stats from my run. I ran 5 miles. Oh my gosh, no way. My pace was exactly 10 minutes per mile. So 50 minutes for a 5-mile run. I'm really proud of how my first week of training for the half marathon went. I really stuck with my runs, even on days when I didn't want to. I was able to fit in a lot of yoga and extra stretching, which I think will help prevent injuries over the course of the year. And I had a fun time with it. So hopefully I can keep it up for the next 11 weeks. Before I leave, because the secondary theme of this video ended up being Oscars and Oscar party prep, I did want to share my ranking of Best Picture nominees. I'm not going to provide a ton of commentary, but this is my ranking from best to worst. I'm Still Here, Dune Part 2, Wicked, which if we were just going based off of movies that I love and cherish, Wicked would be number 1, but I'm going to put it at 3. Conclave, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Anora, The Brutalist, Emilia Perez, and then finally, A Complete Unknown. No shade to Timothée Chalamet or Bob Dylan or anyone, just not that big of a musician biopic film lover. If you want to see the full Oscar spread that I prepare and see what dishes my mom brings, make sure you check out my Instagram. I'm sure I'll be posting a few stories tomorrow about that. I think that's all that I have. Please subscribe, please watch my other videos, and have a good day.